There is a version of you that existed before the disappointments, before the expectations, and before life taught you who you were supposed to be. Over time, that version became buried beneath responsibilities, adaptations, and survival strategies. Yet no matter how deeply it is hidden, it never completely disappears. It remains present beneath the surface, waiting to be remembered. Most people believe they are becoming themselves as they move through life. In reality, they are often becoming attached to identities that were created through experience. The challenge is not discovering something new. The challenge is recognizing what has been covering the authentic self for years. Every experience leaves a mark on the mind. Every success creates expectations. Every failure creates caution. Every disappointment influences perception. Over time, these experiences accumulate and begin shaping the way a person sees themselves. The original self becomes difficult to recognize beneath the layers of adaptation. The person you present to the world is often the result of countless adjustments. You learned how to behave, what to reveal, and what to hide. These adjustments helped you navigate life, but they also created distance between who you truly are and who you learned to become. Many people spend years perfecting an identity that no longer feels authentic. From the outside, everything may appear successful, yet internally, something feels incomplete. There is often a quiet sense that an important part of the self has been left behind somewhere along the journey. The subconscious mind stores more than memories. It stores emotional associations, beliefs, fears, and expectations. Long after specific events have been forgotten, their influence remains active beneath awareness. What is buried is rarely gone. It continues shaping behavior from behind the scenes. As time passes, people begin identifying with the roles they perform. They become the achiever, the caretaker, the responsible one, the strong one. These roles may be useful, but they are not the entirety of who a person is. They are adaptations, not essence. The problem begins when adaptation becomes identity. What started as a response to circumstances slowly transforms into a definition of self. The role becomes so familiar that questioning it feels uncomfortable. Familiarity creates the illusion of truth. This is why periods of uncertainty can be valuable. They interrupt automatic patterns and force deeper questions to emerge. What once felt certain begins to feel incomplete. What once seemed obvious begins to require examination. Growth often begins in these moments. The version of you that time buried often reveals itself through intuition. It appears in moments of curiosity, creativity, and inner knowing. It appears when something inside quietly suggests that there is more to you than the identity you have been living. Many people search for purpose while unknowingly searching for themselves. They believe fulfillment exists somewhere in the future. Yet what they are looking for may not be ahead of them. It may be hidden beneath layers of conditioning accumulated over many years. The deeper self does not need to be created. It already exists. What is required is awareness. Awareness allows a person to separate authentic desires from inherited expectations, and genuine truth from conditioned beliefs. As awareness grows, old identities begin losing their authority. Beliefs that once felt permanent start revealing themselves as assumptions. Patterns that seemed unavoidable begin looking like habits rather than destiny. New possibilities become visible. One of the greatest challenges in life is distinguishing between who you are and who you learned to be. The two can feel almost identical, yet one emerges from authenticity, while the other emerges from adaptation. Recognizing the difference changes everything. Growth is often described as becoming more, yet some of the most powerful transformations happen through subtraction. People release expectations, outdated beliefs, and identities that no longer align with who they are becoming. They stop carrying what no longer belongs to them. This process is rarely comfortable. The mind prefers familiarity, even when familiarity creates limitation. Old identities feel safe because they are known. Letting go of them creates uncertainty. Yet uncertainty is often the doorway through which transformation enters. The hidden self reveals itself gradually, rarely through dramatic moments, but through small realizations accumulated over time. A pattern becomes visible. A belief is questioned. A fear loses its influence. Piece by piece, clarity begins to emerge. As this clarity develops, life begins to feel different. Decisions become more intentional. Relationships become more authentic. The need for constant validation starts weakening. The individual begins trusting their own inner guidance rather than relying entirely on external approval. Many of the limitations people experience are not external barriers. They are internal assumptions that have never been questioned. Once these assumptions become visible, they lose some of their power. Awareness transforms invisible limits into conscious choices. The deeper self is not concerned with performance. It is not concerned with appearances or social expectations. It is concerned with alignment. It seeks coherence between what a person believes, what they value, and how they choose to live. The more you reconnect with that deeper part of yourself, the less energy is required to maintain an image. Life becomes less about proving and more about expressing. Less about approval and more about authenticity. Less about performance and more about truth. Over time, the person you thought you were begins to feel smaller than the person you are becoming. Not because you are adding something new, but because you are removing what was never truly yours. Layers fall away and understanding grows. Perhaps the version of you that time buried was never actually lost. Perhaps it remained present beneath the noise, beneath the expectations, and beneath the identities created for survival, waiting patiently for the moment you were ready to recognize it again. The journey of self-discovery is not about becoming someone else. It is about returning to yourself. It is about remembering what existed before fear, before conditioning, and before the world began defining who you should be. That remembrance changes everything. If this exploration resonated with you, subscribe to the Divine Woman Studio for more content on psychology, identity, consciousness, human behavior, and personal transformation. And if you are ready to explore your own journey on a deeper level, discover my protocol through the link in the description. Sometimes the greatest transformation begins not by becoming someone new, but by remembering who you have always been.